Albert, what is going on, my friend? You told me before you didn't have any screen space, so you're doing the phone? Tom, what is going on, man? What is going on in Greece? I would play a song, guys, but every single time I do, I get all these copyright infringement notifications, and it's annoying. So, if you want, I can sing something. Oh, dude, buying an extra screen just for me. Get me emotional. Yeah, we'll go live here in just a couple minutes. But hope you guys are doing well this morning. What do you guys do on your day off? We'll get started here just in a second. Still working on websites and such, Tom. Alright. Kayvon, what's going on? How are you doing this morning? Been watching some of your videos, dude, and you're trading like at around 8:30, 8:45. You already make anything happen this morning? Good morning to you, though. Alright, let me pull up my video here. Gotta drinking heavily. Albert, the martinis, were you making the martinis? Yeah, I haven't looked at a whole lot. There's a few options for us today. Today's going to be a little tricky, but we're going to talk about it. We'll go over it. So this morning, Stu, what's going on, man? Feels like Sunday trading out there today, guys. Everything's stuck in a T12 hold. So this is one of my favorite shirts. I want to show you guys. Now I don't mean to make you jealous, keep on, but it says "Eat, Sleep, Trade, Repeat." Yeah, Tom, he's doing a great job on there. I think you'll learn a lot from his videos. He's doing really well. So I got this shirt, "Eat, Sleep, Trade, Repeat," but it's ruined now. Living the dream, Stu. I know, every single day. I don't know if you guys have seen the ad, but they're so frustrating on YouTube. I pull up an ad, or I pull up videos, and I get the same ads all the time. Well, now there's a new one. The guy's going, "Eat, sleep, trade, repeat. Eat, sleep, trade, repeat." I'm gonna eat so you don't have to, or I don't know, something like that. Jason Bond, so annoying. I cringe every single time I watch some of these ads. But it is what it is. Oh God, it's Bond. It's probably not even his real name either. All right, but today we're gonna have to focus, and what I want to get into real quick before we get going, is just a little brief lesson here, just very quick. So, some of you guys know that. Well, it's not like I got to be too quick. Well, I mean, what's on our gap of watch list? There's a few good ones that I think really have potential. We'll go over them when the time gets a little near. But some of you guys know that I went to film school. I did 4 years of film school, and it's crazy when I think about this. I've been out of high school nearly a decade. God, that makes me feel old. But anyways, I went to film school, and there I worked on some movies. I made a movie, all that fun stuff, and then I went there thinking, this is what I want to do. But I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And when I watch movies now, it's kind of ruined for me. This does relate to stocks. I'm gonna get to that, so bear with me. But in film, it's hard for me to really focus on movies. When me and my wife sit down to watch them, usually I fall asleep. It's hard for me to pay attention because I can't get into the stories that well because I'm focused on kind of the inductive part of the movies. Most people, they see the movie for what it is, and they enjoy the storyline. But when I watch it, I think about all the things that are going on in each scene. So it's like the lighting, for instance. How's the lighting? Some characters are portrayed a little darker because that's foreshadowing that something dark is going to happen. I focus on like ADR, that's audio dialogue reproduction. So for instance, if someone's talking on a beach, most likely that audio is completely ADR because in order to master and control the audio levels, you have to record the noise of the beach, the noise of your voice, and you play with the levels. Or the Foley, which is footsteps and all that, very specific type of noise, and then the visual effects, special effects. I can't really focus on the movie. But what I'm saying, why I'm bringing that up is because it's similar to stocks in that there's a lot of variables going on when you're trading stocks. And a lot of people, for instance, last year, just around this time, was when we had the Bitcoin run. I was seeing like people on my Facebook that I grew up with, when the thing was at $19,000, they're like, I'm getting a little interested in this Bitcoin thing. It's like when someone sees just the overall story that's being portrayed, by CNBC or whatever, what have you. That's all they look at. They're like, oh, this is going up, so I'm going to buy. There's so many other variables to it besides that, and the same thing, with our intraday trading. We're in and out, guys. We're not long-term investors. We're trying to get in, take a little piece of the pie, and get out. That's what we're doing. Because of that, we're focusing on more of the specifics. We're not focusing on is this, like as a long-term investor would, is this going to continue to move on up for the next year? We're saying, is it going to move up now? There he is, Patrick Whelan, Avery day trading. That's right, man. I'm holding the news back, dude. I'm trying my hardest. Over here. But with that said, we got to focus more like on the specific guys. And I learned this really from your video, Patrick, when I was watching the guy you were talking to. He was saying how the 1 minute got you tomorrow. For our entries, especially for us, as we're trying to get in and out. What's up, Brad? How are you doing this morning? We're focusing on getting in and out, not long-term investments. So the 1 minute time frame is really where we're going to be trying to find, those entry points, and then the larger time frames, such as the 5 minute, the 10 minute, the daily. These sort of time frames give us the direction of where the stock is most likely heading. The 1 minute, 2 minute. I know a lot of people who use the 2 minute as well. These really help us get that entry point. but they don't necessarily tell us the direction of where the stock is going. But with that said, let's get into the day. I mean, the gap up watch list here, as you see, has a few stocks on it, just a couple. There's not a lot that's out there today. Okay, go into TradeNet's chat. Oh goodness, you guys crack me up. But did that make any sense at all? You know, I try to use some analogies to help you guys out. I'm a visual learner. Like, it's hard for me to read. I've been trying to write a lot on my own and read. I'm halfway through it. You know, a book I've been trying to write over my experience the last 3 years. But I'm a visual learner. That's why I went to film school. You know, that's how I learn, and that's why I don't remember anything from high school or college, because it's all textbook. If my whole school experience was you know, watching things on the screen, I would be able to retain more of the information. It's like hearing, seeing, reading, all of it. Let's get into a few stocks on the day, though. So what was really drawing in a lot of the attention this morning at 8 o'clock, 8:15, was VBIV. And it's not a coincidence that this one did top up right around 230. If we look at the daily chart on it, we had a double top right at 225. Have that line perfectly drawn out right there, just a complete double top. Guys, you got to have the daily chart. At least have a separate monitor. Albert, I know you said you're getting a separate monitor for our pre-market analysis, but we really need to make sure we have a monitor for the daily chart. It's so important to have that. And just because that's another factor, that's another variable that helps us give that direction of kind of where the stock is going to top out at, or how much range is on the stock, where could it go, where's resistance, where's support. There's a lot of factors that go into that. So VBIV, why is this one up on the day? Let's look at the news here. It says VBIV, they entered into a license and collaboration agreement with another company for up to $129 million. And if we go really, if we dig deep into this PR, I don't like to dig too deep, but I don't like to dig myself too deep in a hole, but what we have is that this company, they're partnering together, they're collaborating. There's a lot of potentials in this, though. Again, this is something we cover like every single week. All these PRs are drawing in so much hype, and then there's a lot of potentials. Well, the deal has been finalized. There is a few $1 million going through, and also the company that is collaborating with VBIV is a Chinese company, and what it is hepatitis B that they're trying to control and help as far as the cure for it, and so that's why they're partnering with VBIV. So there's a lot of potential. They've already signed the deal. There's $1 million of deals going through here. VBIV is looking good. Not really. Pre-market, it's all the way back down, faded all the way back on off. It's below its 50-day moving average. So it's like this is one of the only ones with potential this morning. But let me get into the one that I really think has some potential. And it has no pre-market attention, which is good, because like we've gone over, guys, the ones that get all the pre-market activity are the ones that the shorts, the bears, come and attack. They get grizzly bear to death. And that is AYTU. Okay, I said it. AYTU. So please keep this one on watch, guys. This one is very similar to ASNS, except this one's not a merger agreement. But AYTU, this one did come out with a PR this morning. It doesn't have a lot of pre-market activity, and its chart pattern is beautiful. Now, I'm not saying volume is going to come into this one, but it's got exactly what we're looking for. A really nice PR. I can go over that real quick. We pull it up on Yahoo Finance. Company focused on global commercialization of novel products addressing significant medical needs. Today announced the commercial availability of their drug. I'm not even going to try to say it. Okay, I will. Tuzistra XR. Probably screwed that completely up. So yeah, the drug has been commercialized and now is being shipped around the U.S. Came out with a PR. This one isn't doing a whole lot right now, but that's good. The stock, especially on a day like today when the market's red, the overall market is not doing too well, as you guys know. So, with that being said, that's right, we poppin', boy. We poppin'. I'm popping those AYTU pills. I'm probably not honestly going to be trading today. There's not a lot I like out here. But what we go over, guys, is that very recently, especially in the last month, all the stocks that are popping up in pre-market, the lower floats, the penny stocks, they get shorted right at the open. I mean, there's usually maybe a little pop, but the longs have really been sneaking in some of those trades. Like ASNS, this is the one that is similar to AYTU, as in ASNS, this one, when it got its break on the daily chart, so 13 and 50 day crossover. If it's the same exact chart, guys, please pull these up. I'm telling you. ASNS and AYTU, these are the same exact looking charts as far as the 13 and 50 day go. If we pull them up right next to each other, we see there's a lot of room to move on up. If we break that 50 day moving average, the crossover, that's what we're looking for. That first break, very bullish, and that happens. And with ASNS, that happened without any pre-market activity. It was all on something else, and then out of nowhere, volume came into ASNS, and that was most likely a chat room. But I can see the same thing happening on AYTU. But that is, of course, we have to get the volume. There's many variables to it. It's got the pattern, it's got the PR. You know, we called this all perfect on ASNS. We just need the volume confirmation on it. But there's not a lot going on, guys. VBIB got some volume. TST's got some volume. This is not looking like the best day to be trading, honestly. Just like my tweet said. Buyers beware, you're in for a scare. The bears are going to be in full swing today, boys. And I don't want to be their lunch meat. But this is probably the only stock I'm watching, because is most likely going to be one that doesn't have a lot of attention right now. Because the ones that do, there might be some opportunities. There's windows of opportunity, but I mean the pre-market activity is already so nasty on it. VBIB, that's already hit its triple top at 225. It's now below its 50-day, that being at 198. But I want to make this day, beneficial for you guys. This pre-market activity. So, is there any questions that you have? Anything we can go over? It's funny how I was always told growing up, and I'm sure you've heard me say this. Just get into something here while nothing's going on. Growing up, I was always told, Kevin, life is going to get hard after school. And I was depressed by that because I hated school growing up. I absolutely hated school. I hated high school, hated college, hated it all. I remember sitting in my mom's lap and still probably in the third grade, still crying like, dude, I have to go. Absolutely hated it, guys. And then everyone told me, like, it's just going to get much harder and harder right after school. So I was thinking, well, this sucks. But it's the complete opposite. I hate the weekends. I hate free time. This is what I love to do. Wake up every single day and get to live my dream. Am I making money? No. Do I still get to live my dream? Yes. I get to wake up, do exactly what I want to do every single day. Some people have these crazy dreams to, I don't know, that they want to, whatever the case may be, a doctor or lawyer or a famous actor or something. I know exactly what I want to do, and that's be a trader and to impact you guys' life for the better, help you out. And I get to do that, so I'm already living the dream. I do it every single day, baby. We got to keep ASNS on watch. This one all last week. I mean, we've been playing this since this initial spike. ASNS, this one every single day. I mean, look at every single day in the last week. What it does is it sells off, It U shapes, and takes back on off. Every day. I mean, even on the red days, it would find a bottom and then U shape and jump back on up a little bit. So this is definitely one we're going to keep on watch. It doesn't have any sort of volume right now, but that's okay. It's like on days like today, when there's not a lot of activity out there, when there's not a lot of people trading. Live trading session. Hey Tom, do you mean as in kind of like being live with you guys while I'm trading? Because every day I am posting live trading. Today, I don't know if I'm going to trade yet. Usually I trade every single day, but today I'm not seeing a whole lot. I think there is potential on AYTU. I would love to, Tom. And honestly, I'm just waiting for everything to line up. I already have, honestly, I have everything kind of ready to go as far as that goes, but I want to open back another live account. I really do. I got hit hard with something financially recently, so I'm just like trying to be smart about it and be respectful of my wife. Honey, let's take out a loan. Can you believe some people do that? That's funny. So yeah. I mean, I'm content doing what I'm doing right now, but I know I need to open up a live account again soon. I've been on paper for a few weeks now, and I'm good. Like as far as the technical side of trading goes, I'm consistent. Like I'm fine. For a whole year, under the PDT, I grew over 100%, which was not easy, by the way. It was not a lot, $1,500 to like $5,500, but still $1,500 with no margin or leverage is not easy to go to that. Okay, well, no, it's not. That is absolutely not tempting, one bit. Yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. So I definitely do want to live trade at some point. But hey, you guys, I'm trying to do everything I can to benefit you. So if that helps, then we're going to do it. We're going to do it at some point for sure. DARE. Oh shoot, yeah, dude. DARE. They announced licensing and global rights to Phase 3. It has entered into a definitive agreement with Hammock Pharmaceuticals, under which DARE acquired the global rights to this drug for the treatment of bacterial vaginosis. So, bacterial vaginosis is a type of vaginal inflammation caused by the overgrowth of bacteria naturally found in the vagina. Yes, I've had this before. It's not fun. I'm kidding. Which upsets the natural balance and is characterized by vaginal discharge, odor, itching, burning, and during urination. Okay. So no wonder this is getting a lot of activity. All the guys out there pumping this thing on up, they're tired of the bacteria. Hydrogel. Okay. So yeah, global rights. Well, at least we got some volume. I mean, that's what we're looking for. And the daily chart's really good on it, Brad, too. Thanks for pointing this one out. Thank God something came out of nowhere with some volume. And this happened at, like, what, 9:15? So we got 5 minutes until the market opens. This one did break the 50 and 200 day and the 13 EMA. It's up near 135 now. 150, of course, the $0.50, that's going to serve as some form of resistance. If we look at the chart too, 150 is tough. Look, if you look at the yearly chart, yep, nice. Thanks for calling us out, Brad. Great job. Yeah, 150 is going to be really tough on this. So be careful around that area. We'll wait for a pullback. We'll wait for a pullback. What I'm probably going to be looking at here is, see if we can get a pullback back down to like 120, 122 or 3. If this can hit 150, you know, coming out of the gates, that'd be nice. Definitely not buying at the open. We'll wait for that kind of sell off and wash, because we know it's going to happen, guys. You know, with the market conditions, people are certainly going to be taking in their profits early. I'm going to see how it does when the market opens. Definitely see how this one does when the market opens. We'll see how the price action is right now. It's of course very bullish. A lot of green momentum on it. We'll see if shorts start just taking this one over and go from there. But do you guys have any questions at all? Because I'm going to have to switch everything up, get ready for a live trade. I'm not promising one today. I'm going to try to make one if everything lines up. Okay. If there's no questions at all, then I will see you guys very soon. And trade well, trade well. Do not chase on a day like today, guys. Please do not chase. We'll see you guys next time.